Hello, everyone. My name is Shanika. I'm a fourth year environmental science student at the University of Western Ontario in London, Ontario, in Canada. And I'm also a youth ambassador for the Earth Project.
Spent quite a long research career now trying to work out what are the different causes of the Earth's climate change and to really look at how bad the climate change will become for our society. But I do not just look at how the Earth's climate will become. I'm becoming far more interested these days in trying to look for these climate change solutions. Yes, I did kind of grow up in the countryside, so I've always really loved the outdoors. But at the same time doing that, I was certainly a bit of a computer nerd as well, and I sort of really enjoy playing around with these big computer programs that we have and these big data sets we've got to really understand the way the Earth can works, because the Earth and the climate is incredibly complicated. So it's a really interesting kind of technical thing to get involved with as well. So I do guess that is what kind of set me off. But but I've also become quite frustrated that you really can't just give people the evidence. That doesn't really work, convincing them to change. You have to develop this more conversational sort of approach as well. So I think that has really kept me enthusiastic a bit to continue this journey.
For sure.
The interesting thing is to try and come up with an idea to change our society and to really change societies everywhere. I think societies and countries have just changed completely randomly about, they sort of change by kind of whatever is on their agendas at the time. They do things a bit differently, but it's opportunity now to really think about what we can do differently. And I think we have never really had that before as a society. So it's a great opportunity, but I think we have to get ourselves organized and kind of far more organized than we ever have been. Talk to everyone and just tell everyone what you're up to and why, because it's always good to recycle and not kind of buy so much, change the way you drive your car if you drive, or go by bicycle and public transport, and try not get on aeroplanes and things. But I think that can really only affect a change in our society if we communicate to everyone we meet, really, kind of why we're doing it. So that's what I do. I have sort of become the peculiar person you meet in a bar or to kind of bus stop sort of thing, and I do try and start up conversation with almost everyone. So I think that's what we all should really go out there to try and do.
Of course, I think without the why, people don't always want to change, right? So
yeah, but I think it's not just kind of telling people to change. That's the thing. It has to be a two-way conversation. So I think you really have to understand where they're kind of coming from and to understand their perspectives. And I think that makes it interesting rather than just trying to dictate to everyone how everyone should change.
That's an amazing way to end it. So thank you so much, Piers, for meeting with me. It was an absolute honor. And I hope to be connecting with you soon.